go. Hello everyone, this is Cheaptastic Productions. This is a really long-ass game, but it was sent in by the fans, so I apologize. This might be a while.
We gotta do it. No matter what, every single one, we gotta do it.
Every single 2 replays in the past 6 months that we've gotten from fans.
Gotta do it.
Anyway, in the bottom left, from Clan SFP, Protostitute.
Which is a shame he's not a Protoss.
Yeah, I know.
I'm pretty sure we've already made that joke.
We've cast him. We've cast him before. He is in fact the fan. He sent in the game, and we did make the joke that he was playing Terran. I do remember that. And in the top right, Winger. Apparently, he's just winging it.
Just severely less interesting name than.
Yeah.
It sounds like a sounds like an '80s band.
Yeah,
Winger.
it does. It does. But the main issue is that this map, Alter Zim Stronghold, I played one match on it and then I vetoed it right away.
Oh,
it's a new map for the season.
I've never seen this map before. It
is freaking huge.
Yeah, seriously. This is cool. I like this. Nice and roomy.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice if it would have been nice back when I was in my bronze days when I always took ninja expansions all over the place, but I've broken that habit, so now it's just kind of bleh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this map is bigger than Tal'Darim Alter.
Well, this is a good map for Zerg.
Well, yeah, if you want to get up a lot of bases, but
well, you can get a lot of good surrounds, especially against Protoss.
There's a lot of open space too. Yeah,
not a lot of room for movement for Protoss.
Now the other thing is, of course, this map. If you look, you have here the main, and down here the natural. The natural is actually behind the main. That's the other thing, is that it basically means that every Protoss and every Terran will fast expand on this map against Zerg, which is the other reason why I hate it. I mean, yes, it means I could take a fast third and have
or a fourth. Even because this map is so freaking huge.
Yeah.
You can just take all 4 bases in your vicinity right away. Why not?
Unless you're playing a Zerg, because then they'll 6-pull you.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, they don't 6-pull.
Oh, this is cool. You got the little corner tucked away expansion.
That's your natural.
Get you at they can't get you at early on. That's cool. I like that.
Well, and it also means that everyone goes air on this map, no matter what the race is.
Okay.
Well, not Terran. I haven't seen Terran do
that. That makes a lot of sense, because then you can just do an easy little wall off at the ramp instead of having to do a regular forged fast expand.
Yeah. But every toss I've played on this map, which is all of one, because I played one toss and he went Void Rays and I died. Because this map is just, full of air points for air harass. And anyway, this is in fact our first cast in quite a while. We've had
a while.
We do apologize, but
we've had
life happens.
Busy weeks.
Yeah.
All around.
The weekend of the 16th, I was at a cousin's wedding in Florida.
We live in New Jersey, by the way. Go on.
I think most people that actually watch our channel know that. But anyway, so yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not. You never know.
All right. Well, pro tip: we're Jersey. Well, anyway, so I was at a cousin's wedding in Florida, and it was a all right of a time. I mean, it was actually an entirely in-family affair, as it were, because the pastor minister person who officiated it was like a Methodist. I don't know what they call their clergy, but he was a member of the family.
Oh.
And his wife and most Protestant clergy are allowed to marry, so yes, he does have a wife. His wife was the photographer. I was the other photographer. My mother played the organ. So it was like an entirely in-family thing.
That's funny.
And and they had a fairly standard fare reception at this hotel that basically was designed to look like a ship.
Uh-huh.
because it was right on the Gulf Coast. you know, in the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah.
But
That's cool. That's cool.
yeah,
That's really cool.
I mean, yeah, the reception was nice, but of course, I don't know if you've ever been to a wedding reception where they do the garter thing, because that's just embarrassing. Anyone who does it should be shot.
The what thing?
Have you ever been to a wedding reception before?
No. I don't
Okay,
think I
good.
have.
Yeah, then whatever you do.
What's the garter thing? Please elaborate.
It's where the groom takes a garter off the bride's leg and throws it at all the single guys. They line them all up.
Okay.
And then
What is a garter?
I don't know. It's a piece of women's clothing.
Oh. Ugh. Oh, so it's like throwing a bouquet kind of thing?
Yeah, except that it's about 10 times nastier, and it's the problem is then you have to put it you have to put it on like a complete stranger.
Oh, that's weird.
And
I'm going to tear off my wife's clothing and putting on you. Just fair warning.
Well, fortunately, I didn't get burned this time because I just heard all the single people get out on the dance floor, and I'm just like, nope. And you have not seen a fat ass run that fast before.
That's funny.
I was like just chilling out at the bar, and the bartender was like, yeah, this whole it doesn't happen at every wedding reception, but the ones that do it are just stupid.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Gotcha.
Because it's just it's funny for everyone else, but for the people that actually are involved in it, it's just downright degrading.
I can imagine it as
because I got burned by that once when I was 16, and the woman that was involved was like 34.
Ugh.
Yeah,
it's weird. Weird.
And yet people insist on doing it. Some people, not everyone.
Some people.
So anyway, but that's not the entire story either. Because the day after was the travel day back, which was the day that you had to set up all the mics for me.
Oh yeah.
And
that was a stressful day for me. You have a stressful life.
Yeah.
Being you for one day is not easy.
Yeah, try being me for all the days.
I can't imagine all the days. That would be tough.
Because basically what happened was so I had originally I had, you know, Al coming in, and he was going to do it, and then he backed out, and then the other Peter didn't even contact me until Saturday because he was at some scout camp. And then what happened after that was so I had Jake coming, but he didn't show up until 5 minutes before showtime.
Yeah, that was stressing me out.
I was there. We were having breakfast with, you know, like my dad and my brother and my mom and someone else, and the lady that did the photography, who was an aunt of mine on my dad's side. And basically, we were just there having breakfast, and I'm having a freak out in the middle of the restaurant. And like my dad had to take me outside to like calm me down because I was just freaking out like crazy.
Wow.
And I actually called Justin's dad.
Justin, oh yeah, Jamie.
Yeah, because
luckily,
like that, he's one of the last people I get because he's one of the Sunday school teachers at the church.
Yeah.
So he's like one of the last people I would call to do that job. Because it tears him away from having to do other things.
Yeah.
And then Jake shows up at 5 minutes before, and it was like, I can't describe the feeling when I found out that he actually showed up.
Yeah, that release of tension.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And basically, so then, he did it, and then the internet wasn't working, so the stream didn't work.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was just so unfortunate.
Yeah. And I still have to go back and edit the video because they stopped it 4 times.
Did that get fixed
Yeah, no, I got fixed because I did this past Sunday just fine.
What causes that exactly? Do you know?
Well, no, the problem was there was no internet connectivity.
Oh.
I think the router that's on top of the soundboard just died, and I had to reset it.
Oh, gotcha.
And so basically that was my morning. Then in the afternoon you would go into the airport, getting ready to go.
Yeah.
And the plane flight was supposed to be around 3 o'clock, and we were landing in this tiny ass airport in White Plains, which was that's where we were flying out of, because my dad's a pussy and doesn't want to do Newark anymore. And not only that, it was also about $200 cheaper per person. So savings of $800 is not insignificant.
Absolutely.
So there is that to be said. But basically what happened was this airport, doesn't have all the, air control stuff that other larger airports do. And the day we were flying back, which was the 17th, massive amounts of fog in the area. You know how like the Hudson River will just cause like a shit ton of fog?
Yeah.
Like if you go north of the city, on the eastern side of the river, it could just get foggy as all hell.
Yeah.
So anyway, there was a bunch of fog there, and the radio antenna that they used to guide aircraft was malfunctioning, so they couldn't land any aircraft at this airport.
That's good.
So they diverted us to JFK, and JFK is about an hour away from the White Plains Airport. And basically, we were sitting there for about 2 hours after our original takeoff time, and from there, we were diverted to JFK. We had to be put on a bus and shipped up because we had our car there, and cab fares from JFK to New Jersey are just downright terrible.
Oh, just real quick, I would like to note the fact that battle cruisers are being made.
Okay.
Very solid. And also the Widow Mine harassment. Very good.
Yeah, I did catch the Widow Mine harassment, but I'm not done with my story yet.
Okay, continue.
So, basically, we're there, we get a bunch of, we have, like, I think 2 check bags that we had to get out of the JFK terminal. We get on the bus. We had to pack our pack our bags under the bus, and then we're on this bus, which is about an hour-long ride. And then it turns out that there's this, slightly older lady that is completely deaf and mute, and no one on the bus knows sign language.
Well, that's good.
And
that's fantastic.
No one told this lady that we had been diverted to a different airport. She thought we were leaving White Plains, and she started freaking out. And so what ended up happening was my mother and I started, we just started like typing on our cell phones. Okay. To say, yes, like everything is perfectly fine. We were diverted, and and then she calmed down.
Okay.
But
that's good.
The fact that like on this whole experience of a 2-hour delay and a diverted flight, no one really raised a shit over it. We just all kind of said, "Oh, okay," and we just dealt with it. And I was half expecting someone to show up and just raise a crap over it on the plane. Kind of like, have you ever seen Meet the Parents?
Yes.
You know that scene where Gaylord Fokker gets thrown off the plane?
Actually, no. I saw Meet the Fockers.
Okay. No, well, in the first movie, it's he's on a plane and he he's trying to get back home after De Niro kicks him out, and basically, he can't carry on his bag because it's too big and it doesn't fit in the overhead, and it's the like he says, I think the word bomb or something like that, and he gets arrested right off the plane.
That's funny.
But no one did that on this flight, even though we were 2 hours delayed. Now, I do think
probably a good thing.
Yeah, well, no one really caused a problem, but I think part of it was the fact that, you know, even though we were sitting on this plane, you know, at the gate, we were inside the plane for about 2 hours before it took off.
Just sitting there.
But the plane had DirecTV.
Ooh.
So I was sitting there watching football.
Not StarCraft.
Well, I mean that was before the Giants shit the bed against Dallas and ruined their season. So I was going like, yeah, I'm gonna watch some Giants, and then they won that week, but then they lost this past weekend, unfortunately. But well, they started their season losing 6 in a row, so their season was kind of over to begin with.
Okay, yeah, probably, most likely. I would agree with you on that.
So I wasn't really that mad about it, but anyway, we were sitting there. We actually got to watch the whole game instead of having to, you know, because of an airplane delay, and I think that was part of it. The Superman movie was on too. On one of the channels that they had. So, you know, there was a wide range of entertainment options available to us. And I mean, honestly, I think there might have been 1 or 2 people that just got rescheduled, you know, like they asked to be rescheduled on a different flight at the counter. But
that would make sense.
Everyone that got on the plane pretty much said, "Oh, okay."
That's well, you know, yeah. Let's just
to their credit, I mean the airline we were flying was JetBlue because that's what my mother got the best deal on, and their flight crew was like insanely awesome at handling the situation, because this was just one of those situations where everything was just going all the way bad.
Yeah.
And essentially it's the kind of situation where, you know, imagine if you're working retail and people are bitching at you and you can't do anything about it.
Right.
Because it's a situation beyond your control, and in this case it was the weather.
Right.
But ultimately, you know, we got home at about 11 o'clock at night. We were supposed to get home around 6. And we had lasagna waiting for us. So we had dinner at 11 o'clock at night.
Wow.
So that was a nice end of the day right there, though.
That is a nice end of the day.
And unfortunately, this game has no signs of ending. I tried to draw it out as much as I could.
We still have half the game to go. Well,
5 base play.
2 major engagements so far. Yeah. That's about it. Really. I like battle cruisers.
Yeah.
I do not like Tempests. Unfortunately.
Well, you didn't see. I was actually watching Red Bull last weekend.
Oh yeah.
And Tempests are actually kind of awesome in the pro scene if, you know, a game goes to the late game.
Yeah, but against Vikings and battle cruisers.
True. It was in a PVZ.
Okay. Well, yeah, they're
well,
absolutely Tempest has its uses, but
well, actually, Scarlet beat Bomber in the qualifying round.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool because
that is cool.
Number one, I like it when anyone that's not a Korean actually starts winning at StarCraft.
It is a nice thing. It doesn't happen very often, but
it's nice when it does. And then unfortunately, she lost to SOS, which is where Startail is Bomber. I forget what team SOS is on, but I mean he was insanely good, but his he had friggin' Sky Toss play, and Zerg really doesn't have an answer to it at this point. Which means that, unfortunately, I'm going to start seeing a lot more Sky Toss in my ladder.
I'd imagine that maybe Infestors would be a decent response here.
Well, they don't have the range to deal with Tempest.
This is true.
The main thing is actually, well, Scarlet had this. She upset Bomber by in the final game with these 2 epic Baidlig landmine hits. Like they were just the most awesome.
Those are fun.
Yeah, I think the room collectively had an orgasm when that happened. When that had happened, and in the final match.
Ew.
It was just one of those like super exciting moments.
Imagine if that actually happened. Like a crowd, like a room of people just collectively.
A room of nerdy Korean guys.
Just collectively orgasmed everywhere.
That would be nasty.
That would be.
I like the stacked up SCVs when he's got a command center up north.
Where? How? Oh.
That. Wait.
What?
No, wait. That. I was doing Alt F instead of Alt G.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he's got all this, Yeah, what the hell, man?
Kill me, bro.
Move that sh**. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him.
Well, he's got this base up here.
Oh, yeah. Could, move his SCVs. I don't know.
Also, lol, Widow Mine.
I love how the point defense drones are just shooting little lasers at the huge Tempest beams.
And
like, gone.
Yeah.
That has to be the funniest
And then it
thing.
ran out of energy, and it died.
Oh, too bad. That's really funny.
Here comes another push of exactly the same composition.
That's good. Oh, Hellbats. Didn't those get nerfed?
No, Widow Mines did. Finally.
No, I mean, well, don't,
Actually,
never mind. I don't
Terran
wanna talk about it
mech
anymore.
got a buff, actually. It was,
Oh, that's good.
siege tank shoot faster in siege mode. Only a tiny bit, not really that much. But it makes it more viable for, TVZ.
Okay. Oh, Void Rays, hello.
Prismatic alignment blocks. Prismatic
Goodbye,
alignment
Vikings.
blocks. Prismatic alignment blocks. Prismatic alignment blocks.
And all the Vikings are dead. Just as I said they would be.
Yeah, but all the Void Rays are dead too. They could have single-handedly done all that with one activation of prismatic alignment, and he didn't, because Winger is a noob.
Noob. And
This
one
is
medevac
actually a
escapes.
silver match if you haven't figured that out by
really?
now.
I have no idea.
No, it is.
I had no idea what kind of match this was.
Totally didn't.
No clue.
But
I mean, it's a decent, some decent plays. We got
that up
drops
here
in the
that's just
early
waiting.
game to do some devastating damage.
Well, I kind of can't with 2 cannons there, but
It doesn't know that. Not yet. I don't think. Does it?
but
Oh yeah, it totally knows that. Never mind. It totally knows that.
yeah, but he's about to see a free Nexus go down.
Ooh, Dark Templar. I'd like to see a little counterattack from Winger, you know?
I'd like to see Winger actually go for sniping a base or something.
Ooh. Hit single from Winger, counterattack. Oh, that'd be great. I would just have to think of an album name. Although then it wouldn't be a single.
Well, it just makes me think of Wings. That band that Paul McCartney was in after Beatles.
I don't know.
They did Live and Let Die.
Oh. Oh, I thought that was just Paul McCartney.
No, well, he had started a band with himself as the frontman of it.
Okay.
After the Beatles broke up.
And now too many Vikings. And Stalkers reign supreme.
Except against Hellbats. Blue Flame Hellbats are actually devastating. But now they've...
units. Yeah.
landed Vikings.
Ooh. Got that surround. Although the DTs. Them DTs, though.
Yeah. I'd like to see some high temps, though. Because with all these battle cruisers, you could land some money feedbacks.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Although he's actually using Yamato cannon.
Well,
so...
Double Templar is a bit expensive. Oh,
dude, he's on 6 base.
I know, but still.
Or, well...
I love...
In reality, 4.
This is what I love to see.
Warping.
Adding Dark Templar to your main army instead of just throwing them into enemy base and then just doing nothing else with them at all. That's because they don't know that you have Dark Templar in your army. No one ever does that. And this guy's doing it, and I like it. It's good.
There's this one thing that Terrans have. It's called scan.
But if they don't know that you have Dark Templar in your army and you have like Zealots to mix in with it, then they'll never know. You know? Unless they're like zoomed in on the battle and they're like, that doesn't look right.
And these Zealots are about to die a horrible death. Oh look, Hellbats. They actually killed one of them.
Look, 36 plus 39 versus
Lol.
8. I can't talk.
There was a Zealot just standing under the command center there. And then it died. I have no idea what you just said.
I don't know what I said either. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is he? He's producing 5 Tempests at once? Holy crap! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he has 6 Stargates, and he just built 5 Tempests at once. Jesus. Jeebus, you don't need that many Tempests, dude. Too many Vikings. Too many Vikings.
Well, what are you gonna do with 5 Stargates when he starts massing Viking?
Make, I don't know, Void Rays, obviously.
Oh, true. Derp.
Better against
Derp.
Vikings than what the fuck they're called? Tempests.
I just looked at the units lost tab. Between these two players, there's been about 70,000 resources lost in this game.
That's good. That's great.
Oh sure, just run all the probes right into the Hellbats. Good idea.
Let's burn all this metal with fire. That'll destroy it.
Well, honestly, you know, if the flame is hot enough, and these are blue flame, it will...
I don't think blue flame is hot enough to warrant an explosion. Granted, the explosion was blue, which kind of makes it really cool.
Well...
but still.
Hi.
See, now that's just a waste of good energy balls. You know?
Yep.
Tempests were not meant to fight Vikings.
And that's sad.
At least not in those numbers. Maybe if they had splash damage. But no.
They originally did, and then...
But now they don't.
They were supposed to be the counter to Muta, and then...
Now they're not.
And then Protoss just decided... Yeah,
Nope.
then the developers just decided to give
Nope.
Anion Pulse Crystals to Phoenix.
What is that again? Range?
Yeah, Phoenix range. And now apparently Phoenix counter Muta, but no one ever micros them well enough to truly be a counter. Really, the counter is high temps, stalkers, and archons.
Mostly Archons, but yeah.
Well, a mix of stalker and archon is kind of like a mix of marine and Thor.
Yeah.
You know, one target has to be magic boxed, and the other one has to be focus fired.
High Templars is a little risky. Is like a tech switch to any kind of heavy unit would really just render that.
That's why Zerg mostly went through tech switches.
Yeah.
Because you know, the whole idea would be like, okay, I'm gonna open, say, swarm hosts, and they're gonna just go mass void rays. Okay, then I'm just gonna tech switch to Muta, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Or Corruptor.
Well, no, Corruptors are armored. They die like Vikings.
But corruption.
Or actually, Infestors.
And Mutas.
Infestors are actually good against void rays.
There you go.
And Hydras. Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not sick, I swear.
I know.
Oh, dude. I had the Templar archive selected, and I was clicking on the research Silent Storm button, and he took it at the same time.
It was awesome. It was so special.
Well, some side storms would be really good against the Vikings and the Ravens, and feedbacks will be good against the BCs. So actually, a lot of high temps. He's got a couple. I don't know why he didn't use them. He could have gotten some money feedbacks on those BCs. And that Tempest dies a horrible death.
I'm having fun. So much fun. And the Tempest died.
Oh, snap. Storm! More storm!
Go.
What the hell was that?
Perhaps he was anticipating a retreat. But that obviously didn't happen. That was hilarious.
That was the biggest whiff on a storm I've ever seen.
Oh, God. No, Vikings, why would you do that? Just run away. Ugh.
And once again he holds at the expense of his entire army.
Immortals are like the butter knife to the butter that is Vikings on the ground.
Yeah.
Or the hot butter knife, also.
And I just want to point out, this base is right next to this base, and
that is so hot.
They...
Our SCVs are under attack.
That is so hot.
And...
I like it when they share bases.
The Protoss does not know that the Terran base is there.
Does the Terran know that the Protoss base is there?
Yeah, he had just scouted it.
Okay. That's hot. Scout your base. I'm funny today.
Totally funny.
I'm having a good day. A good funny day.
Yeah, didn't you have...
Not like a good day, but I'm having a good funny day. I had a terrible day. But
Yeah, well, I mean, I saw that band you were rehearsing with, and, you know, that picture you posted on Facebook with...
Oh yeah, that was
that
was yesterday.
Oh, that was yesterday. Okay.
Yeah,
and,
that was just shits and giggles.
And basically, you know, it's just a guy. What was his name?
That was Brad.
Yeah.
Brad was holding it, and Sean was playing.
And he was holding out a cowbell. So of course, I had to make the Chris Walken joke.
He literally he had like the stand for a cowbell, but he was holding it like a fishing rod, so that the other guy could hit it. And I posted on Facebook with the picture. This is Brad's function in our band.
and I just commented, needs more cowbell.
So he'll hold 2 next time.
Well, you know what needs more cowbell is, right?
Yes,
Okay,
I know.
You know
the
of
reference.
Chris Walken.
I know.
Okay,
I know.
good. Just checking, because sometimes I make references.
Just, I'm trying to make my own funny little spin-off, but that usually doesn't work because I'm not a funny person. But yeah, I know where you're coming from. I know. I got you, man. I got you.
It almost sounds like something Chris Walken would say.
And the base dies. Probably. Boom. Yeah, let's have SCVs fight the probes in the fire of combat.
And the fire of Hellbats.
That's what I was referencing.
Okay.
Because the combat was fiery because that's the flame of combat. Baptized in the flame of combat. That's 300 dialogue right there. Yeah. I like that movie. That was a good movie.
I know they're making a sequel.
The same guy who played the guy who ran back with the one eye.
Yeah.
He played Odysseus in Troy.
Okay.
And the guy who played Achilles, second in command in Troy, played one of the other Spartans. Like a lot of people from both of those movies just cross over. I think that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Because
but
they're just perfect.
they did they're making a sequel to 300 though.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Sparta
about
again.
Well, it's actually about the Athenians and the Battle of Salamis. Yeah, the big naval battle that happened in that war.
I don't recall.
That's the one where the Persians actually get beaten.
Oh, okay.
As opposed to just 300 dudes sitting on a path.
Oh, is that? No, you're talking about a naval battle.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the one with all the ships and they blow.
How do they have like naval battles? Do they just get on each other's boats and fight each other? How does that work?
Well, no, actually,
they don't have cannons or anything.
No, in the ancient Greece and that era, it was all about ramming.
Whoa.
That's it.
What?
It's over.
Oh, I totally wasn't paying attention. I was thinking of Greek naval battles.
Well, yeah, but there's a sequel to 300 coming. It's like 300 Rise of an Empire or something like that. Go look it up.
Okay. Spike.
It should be good. I mean, it's more about the Athenians, so it's a little more nuanced than just, this is Sparta, but
yeah.
But it's still, I think that Zack Snyder, is a producer for this movie.
Okay.
Like, he's not directing it, but he's producing it.
I don't know who he is, so...
The guy that directed 300?
I don't know, like, names of anyone who does anything in movies.
You just know that guy who did that role in that movie?
Yeah, I don't know their actual names.
Right.
It's like people in bands, like... When someone references someone from a band, I'm like, I have no idea who that is. And they're like, dude, the guitarist from, like, whatever famous band that I would
Jimmy
know.
Page.
Exactly. Like exactly. They're like, dude, John Bonham. I'm like, who? Led Zeppelin, dude. I'm like, oh, yeah, right. Sorry. I know who that is. Sorry. I don't know why. I just never pay attention to their names, ever. And people get mad at me, but I'm like,
It's okay.
Whatever, man.
I misattributed a song from The Doors to Led Zeppelin once, so...
that just makes absolutely no sense.
No, it doesn't.
Because Doors... Oh, what the f*** is his name? Is a baritone, and Jimmy Page is like a male soprano.
Yeah. Except I thought it was Plant that did the singing.
Yeah, Plant. You know what I'm. What I mean.
So that just proves your point. Yeah, you don't know the names. Okay. Well, anyway,
I know the names of all the Zeppelin people. I just get them confused sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
this has been Total Steel
And Pork Chop.
Have a good one.